Hello residents, welcome to another Talk of the Town with me, Dick Thurston, your town supervisor. We just had a board meeting last night, so as we've done regularly in the past, I want to give you a little synopsis of the board meeting. Also, I want to announce to you that we're doing a new series that I'd like you to pay attention to and watch on our video channels and on YouTube and other media. And this is where I'm interviewing one of our department heads. Today I talked with Barbara Roberti, who heads up our building code enforcement department. So please, I watch that, because I think that when it's online, you'll be able to get a lot of information. We're continuing our approach of trying to be more open, more transparent, the open government approach with a lot more information for you. And that's the reason why I want to have these programs talking with you about once every other week or on other special occasions. I also first like to say that we are going to be coming out very soon with our new edition, 2020 edition of the Town Guide. This time it's going to be about 75 pages or so, and it's been updated. We have a lot more information in there. We'll make an announcement when it's done. The draft work is almost completed, then we'll go and publish it with our county shared services, which results in a significant savings for us from the cost of publication. So stay tuned, this will be coming out. During our board meeting last night, we had a number of opportunities for various of our department heads to talk about some of the activities and needs that they have going forward. This is part of the ongoing series so that our residents become more aware of the challenges and opportunities facing us. So for example, we started off the meeting with discussion of park rules. We found that the rules, the signs are largely out of date related to the use of our parks. We've had a lot of concerns in some of the parks with respect to dogs that aren't on leash. In other areas, we have issues concerning when is dusk, who turns on and off lights. And so these rules are going to be updated, but more importantly, on February the 29th in Town Hall at 10 o'clock in the morning, that's a Saturday morning, we're going to be having one of our workshops that is going to be open to the public, but I figured that having an event on a Saturday morning may allow more people to come out and to listen and to observe as the town board sits down off of the dais and rolls up its shirt sleeves, I hope, and discuss in a very constructive way issues relating to our parks, particularly our sports usage, lighting, roads, access, a variety of things. And then that also does play into how we budget for the future, particularly when it comes to capital programs. Another item that we had spent a fair amount of time on last night relates to a very important topic. That's our veterans. And we've determined that this is what we're calling the Year of the Veteran for a number of reasons. And you can hear Kevin Hawthorne, our deputy supervisor, talk about that last night during the board meeting. But for example, we're talking about the 5K walk run that will be coming up soon. We're also going to be repairing the Martz Memorial out at the Martz Field. That's over on Pie Lane. You can see some of the pictures of the disrepair, and so that can become one of our fixed up nice sites for memorial sites for our veterans. Also, the Veterans Committee headed by Kevin is proposing hometown heroes, banners, similar you've seen in other communities with respect to our deceased veterans and giving some recognition for all the sacrifices that they have made. We also discussed last night issues pertaining to street lighting. This is part of an initiative where we can get better lighted streets in some of the more important areas, but also that we're now looking at very closely how and where to add more sidewalks throughout our town so that we'll ultimately have a nice, safe, interconnected bike, sidewalk, and park trail system that runs throughout the town. We are putting together the preliminary thoughts on that, and then in fact, we're going to be applying for more grant monies, so that we can put these programs, such, for example, putting a sidewalk system up and down Route 9. We've had a number of our residents that live in our apartment complexes nearby, also some of our disabled veterans, that say, wouldn't it be nice if the village and the town were interconnected and we had the ability to go up and down the street for shopping and other purposes, or even in some cases, a number of cases from the town and village over by the creek side of the town that go and work, for example, in Galleria. There is no, walkway, no sidewalks that go across the Funari Bridge, as an example. So when that starts, that repair work starts, we want to ensure that there's a sidewalk rather than people walking down the concrete medium in the middle of the road. So, these issues are challenges are becoming opportunities. We'll be having more information, and certainly I welcome the comments of the public on those. And last night we also did approve the contracts for our lawyers and engineers, and they have been working very aggressively to come up with project lists that then we can do a much better job in planning. Also, sewer and water issues continue to percolate. I've published last week, we published in the Southern Dutchess News the first of 4 articles on sewer and water challenges throughout the town. There'll be a new one out next week, so I encourage everyone to read and also send me questions. Last but by no means least, actually one of the most important topics that permeates much of what we do with respect to our various boards. You'll hear Barbara Roberti talk about Planning Board, Zoning Board of Appeal. That relates to corporate social responsibility. And we have been putting a lot of emphasis on it, and we'll continue to talk with new investors, new businesses that come into the town, how they actually need to take on more responsibility for our neighborhoods and residents. This has become a very important aspect as we look at limited resources in the town. As we look at the 5 main things that are a challenge in new developments, it's sewer services, water services, highway infrastructure, protecting the environment. We have a very active, aggressive MS4 program that deals with runoff water, protecting our rivers, our creeks, and particularly for the town of Wappinger. Many of you don't realize it, but we are blessed by being surrounded on 3 sides and nearly 4 sides of water. We have 3+ miles of waterfront along the Hudson River. We have 7 miles approximately along the Wappinger Creek, another 7, almost 8 miles along the Sprout Creeks. 3 different watersheds that are very important to our way and quality of life. So you'll be hearing more about that during the weeks to come. So please, if you have any questions, feel free to stop by, shoot me an email or any of our other departments. Thanks again, for all your support and understanding, and have a very good day.